Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. Well, last time, well, a lot of plot things happened. This time, we're going to do some exploration things, starting with this exclamation mark. So, these exclamation marks are randomly generated areas. Interesting. On the recording, I'm actually seeing more on the top and bottom of the screen. Like, I can see the full bag on the recording, but I only see the bottom half of the bag on my TV screen. Anyways, these are kind of like randomly generated areas. First couple steps, you'll always get into a battle in these places. Oh, Boss Goblin. That's cool. Let's do this, and... No, where's my cancel button? Okay, triangle's my cancel button. That's unusual. We're going to examine the Boss Goblin. Influence. Now, I did not get the exclamation mark. I want to try and learn that. I'm pretty sure you can learn that. Maybe that's not the one we can learn. Examine the Boss Goblin. Now, the Boss Goblin... Maybe it's not influence we can learn. Maybe it's like... command. Oh, we got a bent sword. I think we'll just start attacking the Boss Goblin. Actually, can we steal from the Boss Goblin? We'll do that. But anyways, I need Ryu to learn... That was influence. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we need to be a higher level to learn some skills? I love the way he just swings his sword. Not doing a ton of damage. We're just going to attack here. If we kill all the other goblins, the Boss Goblin will end up fleeing. Which is not quite what we want to have happen. Alright, well that's going to get Ryu and Tipu a level up. You can't gain multiple levels in one go. That will happen sometimes. And you can see, you know, if you're familiar with RPGs, that's probably why you're watching this video. So, I'm not going to explain what any of those... They do what you think they do. Everything is just normal RPG sort of stuff here. Alright, let's grab this. Now, another thing we can do is we have these triangle abilities. Yeah, see, we can slash bushes. Reed doesn't have anything. Tebow can kick trees. Sometimes you might get, like, an apple, or you might get a... You might get, like, small amounts of Zenny from doing that. I'm going to try one more time to see if we can examine the Boss Goblin. I'm just going to assume it's not working, because we got the burn ability right away. Alright, so these randomly generated areas that we get into, they're just all like big square planes, and they'll have one item that you can find. It's a semi-random item. Like, each different area in the world map will give you different different possibilities. Most of it isn't really worth worrying about. So if you don't get something, you know, you're not missing much by not going to these areas. Basically, it's just more opportunities to fight monsters, get some money, get some items, kick some trees, slash some bushes, Let's take a look at the bent sword here. Well, that is far worse than what we have. We're just going to sell those, because that is awful. Speaking of which, let's go back to McNeil Village. Now, another kind of cool thing is where you enter a town from on a world map, or an area from on the world map, can sometimes change where you enter it when you get to this view. Alright, let's check out the inn. Now, there is an inn in these games, in these towns. You can rest at them to restore your HP and MP. But late night mega, you say? Why would you want to do that? Because you can get free restoring at the camp, and you can camp as much as you want, right? And yes, you can camp as much as you want in this game. Actually, I might need something. Yeah, townspeople don't really like us. I think if you get some healing herbs. Oh, there's a wooden rod. This is all fishing stuff. I don't care about that. Ammonia revives party member. Let's just not need one of those. Those are expensive right now, and we're getting very little zenny as it is. Antidotes cure poison. I might need some more of those. I don't have any yet. I'm going to buy 3. Healing herbs. Fortunately, don't cost a lot. We're going to grab a few of those. I don't think I'm going to worry about any weapons and armor yet. Though I probably should. Oh, those are items. Yeah, we don't want to sell the skill link. Bent sword, we can sell these. Alright, cool. A little bit of money. Clearly not much. Now, another thing you'll notice is that each of these weapons and armor have different weights, and that affects our agility. So, yeah, you have that sort of weight versus agility system going on. It does make it kind of difficult to get your agility really high, though there are ways to do that. Bracers, I mean, it's one more defense. Oh, there's no weight to it. I feel like yeah, because you got nothing right there. I feel like we are going to get some of this. Just to give them a little bit more defense. Especially Ryu and Tipu need it most right now. Because they're at lower level for the time being. Let's check out these houses. We were talking about the inn versus camping. So what the inn does, you do have to pay for the inn. You can't just steal it. But there's one thing the inn does that the camping cannot. So if we have a party member die in battle, and we don't revive them before the end of the battle, what happens is after the battle, their maximum HP will actually decrease. And it will be indicated as like orange on the screen. On your menu screen, just as a way to indicate that, hey, you know, you're not at your maximum possible HP. And the way you solve that, the way you get your HP back to its normal level, is to rest up at an inn. So that's where the inns are useful. I can say hopefully we'll never have to use that, but yeah, I doubt we'll never have to use that. Alright, now we need to explore the rest of Cedar Woods. That is actually Bunyan's house there. Let's explore from... well, we can't go over that way. we'll explore from this side of things. And naturally, we'll run into some enemies. Interesting thing about this game is that, running into enemies happens, like, in the same plane of, where you're running around normally. I kind of like that. It's a little bit of a unique thing, but sometimes the structure of like trees and walls and stuff when we're inside like cramped buildings and that, sometimes that can make things difficult to see what enemies you're actually facing or what they look like. So sometimes there's a little bit of awkwardness. No, that was a critical hit. You could tell by the louder scream when Ryu went to attack there. I have mentioned before that sometimes you might get... There's nothing over here. This is just going to lead us to more battles. The exclamation marks and stuff above our head don't really mean anything as far as... Don't we only get berries from these rippers? Couldn't steal anything, and his voice acting there was a little bit off from the... Oh, now we're blinded. Oh, but we still connect anyways. Oh, and we level up, that's good. So yeah, 3, 1 AP, 1 power, 1 defense, 2 intelligence. Intelligence being your basically magical ability, or magic power, if you will. Alrighty, where... that is Bunyan's house. We're not going there just yet. We have to deal with some... Well, with a Ripper and some Aigu. Well, the Ripper has been dealt with. And so is the Aigu. Cool. And now Ryu is actually going to get a level up before Tipu and Ryu do again. Let's explore a little bit of Cedar Woods. Protect our forests. Don't kick, punch, bite, or hurt the tree. Bite? Who's biting the trees? What kind of scenario happens where you have to put up a sign telling people not to bite trees? Just... Okay. We will take out the boss goblin because I don't want him running away before we get his goodies. You can see our plus power making it a little bit easier to kill enemies. Very normal sort of JRPG stuff, especially in the early game. These enemies aren't that tough for the most part. I want to say there's one enemy we could run into right now that could pose some minor issues. Let's cut this. Ah, there we go. Yeah, see, very small amounts of Zen. You can actually do Ryu's cutting on like townspeople too, and you can like mug like 5 or 10 zenny off of them. It's not really worth the effort because it's kind of random when it does happen. Maybe at some point we'll show off some of Tipo's magic. I think if we fight more over by the farm area and the road area, we could run into more of the slightly tougher enemies. Mostly right now, the things we need to be most aware of are the Rippers with that blind attack they have. And, oh, we got a green apple. I believe that restores some amount of health. I don't know. Yeah, this is where Ryu was first found. I want to say there could be another item over here. Eye goo. That does not look like any kind of goo I've ever found in my eyes. Oh, we get another vitamin. Those are good. I'm going to try and not use vitamin. Aha. Told you guys there's another item here. Okay, it's another green apple, but still. I don't necessarily know where all the hidden items are going to be. I know where some are going to be. Gong. Oh, this is the other enemy I was thinking of, the Gong Head. Pilfer. Isn't it, like, dangerous to do this to Gong Heads? We'll show off the magic. I love his charge up for the magic. I like that. Just nice little touches like that. And they have interesting phrases to say when they use a spell. Or abilities as well. I don't know what we can steal from Gong Heads. Oh, vitamins. Oh, that's a good steal. That's a great steal. 3 experience. Rhea is gaining a level, 4 HP, 1 AP, 3 power, 2 defense, 1 agility, and 3 intelligence. Very cool. Alright, I think we're done in this section. Oh, this is actually back to our place, which I can actually rest up here. I can also run into more battles here. We are going to rest up. Oh my goodness. What do you have, Ryu? Well, let's show off the burn. Let's see how strong it is. See, the tree is blocking us from showing Ryu's charge up attack. Basically, he's holding his sword and it's glowing. You're going to see that at some point. Maybe not in this episode, but at some point in this Let's Play, you will. I promise. And then he points his sword up, and that's where you get the little ping. And one thing that is neat is all the different spells and skills you can have that you can transfer between your allies. They're all, like, voice acted by each of the different characters. Don't ask me what they fully say when they're... Isn't it kind of difficult to get... I don't remember how to get to that slime. The eye goo, sorry. Yes, I called you a slime and now you want to attack me. Yeah, and there's his critical. He shouts, "Strike!" It's also kind of a nice way to know that you're getting a critical hit before you actually do... Oh, there's another item over here. Ammonia. Oh, that's the thing that can revive a dead party member. Glad to have one of those on hand, especially for free. I thought there was something else within these trees. Mage goo. What can we steal from mage goo, actually? Apparently nothing. We failed at that. As Mage Goo's not going to survive this turn. There's the burn ability. As far as numbers in this game, you can tell we're kind of starting with not a ton of HP and not dishing out a ton of damage as far as what I'll call big numbers. Final Fantasy, especially in recent years, Final Fantasy seems to have become a lot about hitting these big numbers. Yep, there's a bed here. We can rest in it. Sometimes there's other beds we can rest in. Do I need to save? probably don't need to. Oh, I was talking about earlier the triangle abilities, and how Ree doesn't really have one. He does have an ability, though, to use when you're... I can go down here now. Anything here we found? Oh, a healing herb. That was very convenient. When we come out here, that gets us out to here. That's not important. It doesn't do anything. But Ree's ability is he can unlock certain doors. There's like... I feel there's very few doors that you actually have to unlock with him. But yeah, that's his ability. Actually, we're gonna... Semi-spoiler alert, we're gonna have one coming up. Because guess whose door is locked? We're gonna go there now. I think we're at a high enough level. I do recommend being at least level 3 with Tipu and Ryu before advancing the plot. But we're almost hitting level 4. In fact, you might even want to be level 5 before advancing the plot. If you really want to be safe, I don't think it's that necessary. It shouldn't be. I know it's been a long time since I played this game, but we should be fine. The enemies aren't doing a ton of damage to us. I should try... Oh, unmotivate. Okay, so, yeah, when the boss goblin is dead, he just gets unmotivated and then just doesn't even do anything that turn. Couldn't steal anything, but, man, I've got another bent sword, 10 more zenny. That'd be nice. Ryu learned Purify. That, cures us of poison. So that's cool. And Tipu learned Frost. Tipu's a little bit like a black mage of the game, but pretty much all characters will have some physical capabilities, with an exception. Why was there... Oh, there was actually a bush there. It wasn't a item bag I was bouncing into. Alright, very well. Aigu and Ripper. I'll just take care of these guys real quick. I'm not going to be cutting out random battles and that. It's just... It's something that happens in RPGs, and I feel like we should just go ahead and show those. I like to show those when I play RPGs. We're just relaxing, having a good time. And... this also kind of shows you, like, the adventure side of things. Mount Glaws, we're not going there. We might want some better equipment before going there, but it also might not be necessary. Oh, we have the initiative for the first time, so basically we get an entire free turn to attack and do whatever we want. Or miss. Now, what's this way? Don't litter. That's... Oh, this just takes us out of... Okay, yeah, we're going back in. Where we immediately get a battle. Alright, let's get to Bunyan's house. It should be somewhat near here. 50 damage. Very nice. Oh, so I was talking about that this is not really a big numbers game. I know Final Fantasy, and in recent years, Final Fantasy games have been all about, like, putting these big numbers on the screen. Like, look how much damage you can do. You can do, like, 1,000,000 damage in one shot. This is Bunyan's house. That's not really going to happen here in Breath of Fire 3. I think there might be a few instances where we get 4 digits. I think I've done 4 digits in this game. It's somewhat... Well, it takes some setup. Let's put it that way. But, Yeah, and our HP values are going to be more in the hundreds, and not like thousands or tens of thousands or something like that. I'm okay with that. I actually kind of like the smaller numbers sometimes. It just makes things a little bit more compact. Okay, locked. Ree might be able to... Yeah, here we go. So you have Ree in front, and he picks the lock. Just as I thought. Nobody's home. Keep your eyes open, Ryu. Someone might hear us if we make too much noise. Okay, let's split up and check the place out quietly. Should also be somewhat quick. There's gotta be some food around here. Yeah, let's just stand in the middle of the room looking at the table. This music's great. This is not the only time we're going to be hearing this music either. Well, we're not finding any food here. So we're going to go down here and find some food. Beef jerky. I believe that heals us for like 20 HP. I can always check. Instead of like just making up this stuff, I could just go to the menu and find out for sure. But where's the fun in that? We gotta test my memory. Give you guys an option to, leave comments and tell me how correct or incorrect I am, because that's the internet, and that's what the comment section is for, right? We might be in trouble. I'll go check it out. Well, Bunyan kind of got home in a hurry, though we did kind of take a detour. That doesn't sound like a distraction. Hey, everything's okay. There's no way Ree would get... That didn't sound good. I guess I had better go and see what's happening. Probably. Don't worry. We can get out of here, right? That also doesn't sound good. Alright, so let's go up here. And it looks like the house is empty. We come outside and we just got punched in the face. That's supposed to be my technique. I knew you were up to no good, but I didn't think you had sunk this low. Oh boy. At a time like this, when everyone's suffering, don't you know that if you don't work, you can't eat? Shut up, we were working. You just don't get it, do you? Robbing people isn't honest work. I've half the mind to run you out of the woods, but... if you say you'll mend your ways, I could forgive and forget. What do you want us to do? Ree, you're a strong lad, aren't you? I've got a job for you. You've heard of Mount Glaws, haven't you? The big mountain north of the forest? You'll know it when you see it. I want you to go there. Understand? Well, what's at Mount Glaws? Just me? What about them? Don't worry. I've got something else in mind for them. You're keeping them as hostages, so I'll do what you want, right? Alright, I'll do it. I don't know what you're up to, but I'll go to Mount Glaws. Tipo, you keep an eye on Ryu. Hey, old man. What are we supposed to do? Work, Tipo. If you want to eat, you have to work. Understand? What I want you to do is chop firewood. It's really simple. Tipu sets the log and Ryu cuts it. We cut it with our triangle button. Oh, thank you. If you cut too fast, you'll hit Tipu. If you cut too slow, you'll miss the log. Cut as many logs as you can until I tell you to stop. Understand? Yep. I think we have to get... Is this a timed game? So there's like these mini games that happen in Breath of Fire 3. Alright then, begin. So you want to wait until he lets go of the log before you slice it. And don't let it fall too far. And this is a timed game. I don't remember how many we need to get. I want to say 20. 20. Yep. 20 within 30 seconds. Or did I just run out of time? There, we worked, didn't we? Oh, we did 30 seconds of work. Now you won't complain if we steal, right? If you keep that up, one of these days you'll be sorry. Don't you see that? Ha, who cares? One day real soon we're getting out of here. I ain't afraid of nothing. Come on, Ryu. Let's go after Ri. Yep, so now we just... This is where you want to level up Tipu and Ryu a little bit before advancing the plot. And when you get into a battle when other people are... other NPCs are around, they'll just disappear once the battle starts. So, general strategy with Ryu and Tipu when you don't have Ri, just take out the smaller enemies that they can take out rather quickly, and then go after the bigger ones. I think we should be fine. Let's just go after Ri. So we gotta go this way, up to Mount Glaws. And now the path is open here. Well, we have a question path. That will take us to Mount Glaws. But I'm not quite ready for that. We're going to rest up. We're going to save. I'm not going to show you guys that full aspect. So yeah, just know that I'm going to do that. It takes time. It happens. And for now, I'll take my leave.